Halloween's now done, we now must look forward to the classy movies of Christmas. A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas in 3D. And since I've forgotten to talk about the 3D in some of the 3D movies, I'll tell you about the 3D. How was the 3D in this movie? Alright, now on to the movie. Alright, so admittedly, I've never seen any of the Harold and Kumar movies. Not that I thought they'd be bad, I just haven't seen them. They came out in a time, I think, when I worked retail and I was miserable. So I'm going into this movie fresh, I don't know anything about it. And so in A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, Harold's settled down, he has a wife who's a pretty hot chick, whose dad is Danny Trejo, which is scary as shit. And her family is coming over for Christmas, he really wants to make a good impression, and after that, the shenanigans ensue. Now we have Kumar, which is really funny because that dude was in the show House, and he left the show House because he was like, oh, I want to work in the White House for Obama. And now he's in this movie. So do you think Obama's like, that Kumar? He's my guy. Doubt it. Or hey, maybe he is, in which case, that is awesome. So Kumar hasn't settled down, he's a big man-child, he smokes a lot of weed, and the two reconnect for Christmas, or at least one movie involving Christmas. So at first in this movie, there are a lot of weed jokes, a lot of drug jokes, and I was like, alright, those can be funny, but I hope the movie has something else. A lot of 3D weed smoke also, that was actually kind of impressive. And lo and behold, this movie is surprisingly hilarious. I mean, I went into this movie going, okay, this might be stupid as hell, and I'm not saying it's the smartest movie ever, I'm just saying the movie had me laughing to tears. You know what I always say, yeah, the movie was funny, but there was no scene that actually made me laugh out loud really hard. This movie had like 2 or 3 scenes that did that for me. In which case, I gotta give the movie props. It's a comedy, it made me laugh. It did its job well. That's all I can ask for in a comedy. Just make me laugh. Some of the jokes I was like, all right, that was just cheap. Others I was like, I did not expect that. There were a couple of dick shots in the movie too, which I mean, I'm just addressing it because it almost seems like movies these days are like, all right, no matter what happens, we have to find a way to actually be able to show a dick on the screen. In 3D, now we have to twice. And they do. One of the funniest segments in the movie was the Neil Patrick Harris segment when NPH was on screen. I was laughing my ass off. That dude's really hilarious, dude. He's a talented actor. Go NPH. I want an NPH t-shirt now. Yeah, I said I want an NPH t-shirt and I went like this. I'm straight, I swear. And I like the fact that the movie's in 3D, but it's almost like they make fun of the fact that it's in 3D and 3D in general. I don't know if it was one of those things where the studio was like, all right, it has to be in 3D because that's, you know, that's a big moneymaker right now. And the writers were like, all right, well, we're gonna make fun of that fact then. I have no idea, but I thought it was awesome. Is this movie for everybody? No, not at all. It's not for everybody. If you're easily offended by drug jokes, crudeness, or laughing really hard, you might not want to watch it. However, if that doesn't bother you, this is the funniest Christmas movie I've seen in a long time. I mean, for Christmas, you should bring over the family, bring over grandma, watch it. They'll hate it, but you'll have your own private joke. Or maybe grandma will like it, in which case that is the coolest grandma ever. Get her something nice. So in the end, some of the jokes were kind of cheap. I was like, that took no thought whatsoever. Other jokes, I was like, that is the most hilarious segment I've seen all year. I laughed, I cried, minus crying. And the movie has Machete and Santa Claus who gets shot in the face. The movie for me is Win. So honestly, I would say I would buy this movie on Blu-ray. I want to live in a world where my Christmas Blu-ray collection consists of A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and Harold and Kumar Christmas, because that would be a great world. So what's your favorite Christmas or holiday movie? Whatever it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.